Decorating cakes doesn't have to be expensive. Try these 10 techniques to make show-stopping cakes without breaking the bank. When you first start decorating cakes, the number of tools available can be overwhelming. If you do it professionally, I think it's worth investing in metal turntables and cake scrapers to get super smooth frosting. But if it's a hobby or while you're in the early stages of practicing getting your frosting smooth, a plastic cake scraper and plastic turntable work just fine. Textured cakes are trendy, and creating texture with wafer paper is an eye-catching option, but wafer paper comes in packets of 50 or 100 sheets, and it's expensive if you want it for just one cake. A much more affordable alternative is to buy a few piping tips and piping bags and create texture that way. You can reuse the piping tips and the piping bags again and again for all sorts of different piping styles to create endless textured designs. I think fancy sprinkle mixes will always be popular, but they're expensive too. Good news, you can make your own mixes for a fraction of the price. Buy packets of Jimmy's, nonpareils or hundreds and thousands, or whatever affordable packets you can find, and then combine them, choosing different colours and sizes for the most dramatic results. Use sprinkles for borders around the bottom of cakes, to create shapes, like this Christmas tree, or just sprinkle them on top of a cake. With homemade sprinkle mixes, you can still make your cakes look fancy. Another way to save money on cake decorating tools is to use household objects instead. You can make fun cake toppers with bubble wrap, or texture your frosting with the back of a spoon or even a fork. I have a video on cake decorating with 12 secret tools that you already have, and the link is in the top of the screen and in the video description. Did you know that you can make your own cake stencils with parchment paper? They're cheap and infinite designs are possible. Just draw or trace your design, cut it out, but leave the surrounding paper intact, and then press it onto a cake after chilling it in the fridge for at least an hour, so the frosting is cold and firm. Spread frosting over the top and scrape the excess off to leave a smooth, thin layer, and when you peel the parchment off, you'll leave a neat design on the cake. Homemade parchment paper stencils are an excellent way to create elaborate designs on a budget. Even if you're a home baker, you can save time and money by baking your cakes in bulk. Make the biggest batch of cake that your mixer can hold, bake several layers, and for any that you won't use immediately, wrap them in 2 layers of plastic, like cling film or saran wrap, and then freeze them for up to 2 months. When you're ready to decorate your next cake, just move the layers from the freezer to the fridge 24 hours before you assemble and frost them. This way, you'll lower your costs by buying ingredients in larger quantities and by using less energy for mixing and baking. And also, you'll save a lot of time. Candy melts are coloured confectionery chocolate that are great for drips, decorations, and cake toppers. They're expensive though, so instead, with white chocolate, you can make your own. The tricks to melting chocolate without it overheating and seizing are to use a microwave-safe bowl, use 70% power, and 30-second intervals. If you want to colour it, you'll need oil-based colours, and a tiny amount goes a long way. By using oil-based colours, you can add as much colour as you like to make really bold and bright colours without causing the chocolate to seize. Use the coloured chocolate for drips, decorations, or cake toppers just as you'd use candy melts, but for a fraction of the price. It's almost impossible to make exactly the right amount of frosting to frost or decorate a cake, but any leftovers don't have to go to waste. Stretch your budget by reusing leftover frosting to frost or decorate your next cake. For example, add plain white buttercream to lighten a colour, or mix colours to make new colours. You can store buttercream in a Ziploc bag in the fridge for 2 weeks or in the freezer for 2 months, until you're ready to use it. Cut the cost of decorating a cake by making your own cake toppers instead of buying them. For number toppers for birthday cakes, outline a number and place a piece of parchment paper on top. Trace the number with melted chocolate, fill it in, and pour sprinkles on top. When it sets, you can stick a straw to it with more melted chocolate, and voila! A fun, colourful number topper for a cake. If you're trying to lower costs for your cakes, try making smaller cakes. Did you know a 6-inch cake can serve 10 people with huge slices, or 20 people with thinner slices? And a 6-inch cake uses half the batter and frosting of an 8-inch cake. I teach how to cut and serve tall cakes on my online cake school as part of my 5-Minute Friday series, where I share a new cake tip or technique every Friday, which you can watch and learn in just 5 minutes. Join my Club Plus membership for access to 5-Minute Fridays and every mini course, master course, and live workshop on my cake school. The link is in the top of the screen and in the video description, or go to britishgirlbakes.com. Thanks for watching.